I've come to believe there can be no real spiritual growth without emotional growth. You were created in God's image, and that includes your emotions. God gave you emotions to help you navigate this world, to lead you to wisdom, and to move you to do good. This is why emotional maturity is a vital part of discipleship, part of growing in Christ. And this is why it is something that we Christians in our churches must talk about. Unprocessed grief, reactivity from trauma, numbness, depression, all of these things clog up our relationships in our communities and our emotional space and make it hard for us to understand how God might be speaking to us. Emotional immaturity makes it hard for you to handle conflict. It makes it hard to give or take criticism. It makes it hard to take responsibility for your actions. And when you live disconnected from your emotions, it becomes very hard to connect with other people. That makes it hard to have healthy relationships. It makes it hard to do ministry together. It makes it hard to feel compassion for others. Look, if we're going to take growing in Christ seriously, if we're going to become a church that loves God with all our hearts and soul and minds and our neighbors too, we must pursue emotional competence and maturity as a part of our discipleship, regardless of whether you think of yourself as an emotional person or not. Regardless of whether you're a crier or not. That's not what this is about. Regardless of your level of comfort with your emotions or the emotions of others, emotional maturity is a part of spiritual growth for all of us. Having emotions is natural. Knowing how to handle those emotions and how to listen to the wisdom they contain is a learned skill. It takes practice. We can do it. We can grow in this area. We can learn how to handle our emotions in a positive, constructive way. We can learn how to hear the truth that they contain. We can learn to trust that God may have an experience for us that goes beyond what seems reasonable. We can come to a place where our emotions are a healthy, instructive part of a vibrant relationship with God, helping us to discern truth about our hearts and our circumstances and moving us to do good. Now, all of us are called to grow in Christ. This includes maturing in our emotions. In the Psalms, the heart is often portrayed as the place we hear God speak. Psalms 95, 7 and 8 says, "Today, if you will hear His voice, harden not your heart." A hard heart has a hard time hearing God's voice. But God has promised that we can grow past numbness and resistance and fear and all the other noise of our inner world. In Ezekiel 36, God makes another promise. God says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh, a soft heart, a heart that feels, a heart like God's." This is why I wrote The Wisdom of Your Heart, discovering the God-given purpose and power of your emotions. And that's why I'm so excited to share it with you. Would you head over to the website and check it out and see more of what this book is about? www.thewisdomofyourheart.com.